Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, y'all. I decided to hop on here. It's been a couple days, probably a few days, not a couple days, but decided to just hop on here and just chat with y'all, catch up with y'all, see if y'all had any questions for me, and just do this little random live, y'all. If you are new here to my channel, because I do have a lot of new subscribers, y'all, a lot of new subscribers. So if you are new here to my channel, new to my lives, you've never seen me before, y'all, my name is Lane. I am a full-time content creator, full-time digital marketer, full-time day trader. What else? Full-time entrepreneur. I don't know what else to say, y'all. I got a lot of titles. Full-time everything, baby. Full-time stay at home, not working for nobody else. Put it like that. I never know what to call myself. But y'all, I'm literally just hopping on here just to chat with y'all, see who joins. I usually get on here and talk about digital products and teaching people how to get started, which I'm still cool with doing, but I'm just making this a little less, what's the word? It doesn't have to be about digital products. If y'all got questions about trading, if I can answer them, I will answer them. Y'all, I am new to trading. I get so many questions about trading. I'm like, Jesus. And one thing about it is crazy because I pay attention to the things that I wish I knew when I started. Like the stuff that I was like, dang, well, how do you do this? Nobody's talking about this, right? So that's the stuff that I keep in the back of my head and that I probably will do a video on because I know people want to know about the simplest things that nobody talks about, right? So I just decided to hop on here. Hey, Kenya. I have a question. What's your question? Hey, Jasmine girl. Long time no see. Look, I haven't even been on live in a minute. Hey, Alicia. Alicia, I just sent you a message. You missed Tanya's cocktails. We just got off of there with Tanya in her cocktail hour. Y'all got this big ugly pimple right here. Look, let me just cover it up. It won't, I don't know where it came from. It's just one, just sitting there. I need to quit touching it because that makes it worse. She said, I'm glad I caught you live. Wow, I'm excited. Look, Jasmine, look, it ain't you. I don't be on here like, I be on here, but I don't be on here like I used to. Not every day. Not every day. But yes, I literally just got on here, y'all. I just got out of Tanya's live. She did the little, she do the cocktails and the mocktails every Wednesday. I enjoy watching those because I want to try the drinks that she makes. Hey, I just got home. Oh, okay. Yeah, I sent you a message. That's what I'm here for. Jasmine, what you here for? Hi, Miss Fitness. What are you talking about, Jasmine? Fiverr, is it good to have them format your book? If yes or no, why? What kind of book, Kenya? I'm not sure what you mean. So what kind of book are you talking about? Do I? Look, I probably am, y'all. I got up at 4:30. I'm back on my gym journey again. I'm getting up at 4:30 again in the morning. I got back in the gym. Even though I've lost weight, y'all. I've lost 20 pounds. But I got back in the gym starting today. Ebook. So when you say format though, what do you mean by format it? Like what is it that you want to hire them to do? It depends. I mean, Fiverr is legit, but what is it exactly that you're wanting them to do is the question. You know what I mean? So what is it? Trading. Do you have specific questions, Jasmine, or do you just want me to tell you like the basics of stuff off the top of my head? Or do you have questions about stuff you've already looked at? A lot of people ask me about trading. Y'all, honestly, the way that I learned how to trade is by watching YouTube. Like, I went on YouTube, I started looking it up, and I started watching different people. You can't watch different people for too long, though. You got to figure out who you like and don't like, who working for you and who not. You know what I mean? And then once you figure out those people, watch just those people. And this is what I did. And when I didn't understand like the terminology, like if they said something and I didn't know what it meant, I would just use ChatGPT. That's literally how I learned. I learned on my own. And then as I started paper trading with fake money, I joined somebody's Discord. where she trades on live like at least 3 times a week. But honestly, now I trade on my own. Like I still jump in the live since I'm still paying for the Discord, but I use my own judgment to take the trade, if that makes sense. I just went back to work. It's my 3rd day. New job is temporary. Is it work from home, Jasmine? I'm writing it and want them to format it, like put the book together. Okay, so it's going to be a physical book then, is what you're saying, Kendra? I want to make sure I understand. Because you say you're writing it and you want them to put it together. So if not, I think you said ebook. So it's going to be an ebook. So that depends on you. You don't have to pay anybody for that. So like if you writing the content yourself, I mean, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Canva. Like you can literally go on Canva and find like templates, like ebook templates. So basically when you go on Canva and you go and you search for ebook and you get the templates, it gives you templates that are already made. Find one that you like. The only thing you have to do is drag and drop what it is you want to say. Like if you know how to write it, then you would just input the text and then you would just change out the pictures, like the template is already made. But if you're not sure how to actually write it up, then you could possibly pay them if you wanted to. Or girl, use ChatGPT. It's free. I will use ChatGPT. But it's nothing wrong with using Fiverr. They do do a lot of stuff for people. It's just you're having to pay for it. Hopefully because like for me, if I just recently did an ebook that I added to my digital marketing blueprint bundle. And I came up with the ideas for the ebook, but I used a Canva template. And then to help me write it out, like in the right structure or format, I used ChatGPT. Yes, just the basics. And then any recommendations on who to learn from. No, ma'am, in manufacturing. Manufacturing. So you getting up, going to work. Yeah. Look, I don't even want to think about it. So yeah, Jasmine. So people don't realize, like, I feel like, I don't want to say I feel like everybody should trade, but like I low-key feel like everybody should trade. Because people, I feel like new people, when they see it, they think like they can't do it or they think they need a lot of money. And you actually do not, y'all. There's so many ways you can get into trading to start learning. First of all, you could be practicing right now just by signing up for TradingView. So if you just, I mean, you really can't practice though unless you know what you're doing, but it's free. Like you can sign up for TradingView. That's literally how you see the charts, to see the candlesticks, you know what I mean? And then you can get a paper trading account where it just gives you fake money, like, but it's the same thing. Like it's the real charts you're in though, but you're just not using real money. So you can see, basically I did that for like a month. I paper traded until I figured out the strategy that I wanted to use. But I follow a girl here on YouTube. Her Trading Journal is her YouTube name. I follow her. I follow a couple other people too, but her strategy is the one that stuck with me and the one I really use, supply and demand. Y'all, the thing about trading is there's a lot of strategies. You know what I mean? And it's not that anything is wrong or right. Is you're going to have to figure out what strategy worked for you, if that makes sense. You got supply and demand, you got support and resistance, you got ICC, you got the orb, opening range, breakout. Like, these are just the ones that I know about as a beginner. What else? ICT, like there's multiple. So the thing is, you got to figure out what's going to work for you. And then you got to stick to that one strategy. You can't be trying to do multiple strategies, you know? So that's what I did. I kind of played around with different strategies. And there's 2 that I like to use. So I use 2, honestly. And then I found people who were doing that strategy until I found somebody who teaches, you know, a teaching style that is good for me. And then I followed them and I just kind of watched their content. Yes, I'm finding it on Canva to be a bit difficult, and chat be stopping on me sometimes. I'm trying. Thanks. Yes. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, it's if you have the means to pay Fiverr, I mean, it's people use Fiverr for all kinds of stuff, you know? So I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you look at the ratings on the people and find somebody good. But if you kind of know what it is you want to write the ebook about, ChatGPT. I don't know why it's stopping on you, but ChatGPT, you can literally ask it anything to help you write it. But there's nothing wrong with using Fiverr. But why are you, so quick question, what are you, is there a reason you're doing an ebook from scratch? I'm just asking because that, especially if you're new to digital products, because I never recommend people do it from scratch. I always recommend people start with somebody else's product that's already done, that you can kind of edit and change up if it falls within the niche that you want to do. So I'm just wondering. My boyfriend does it every day. He's more long term, but I want to start learning because I love it takes a lot to take in. Yeah, it is. And honestly, I don't want to say it's hard. I mean, I don't want to say it's not hard. Trading would make you learn stuff about yourself, honestly. Like I've learned so much about myself. It's crazy. It really takes a lot of patience. Put it like that. Patience and discipline, y'all. I figured out that I had no patience and I had to learn. I had to learn patience. I had to learn discipline, y'all. Because I lost money. Like I won money first and then I lost money because it gave me a false sense of what was really going on because I was new. Like I don't want to say I got lucky because I kind of knew what I was doing in the beginning, but I made over $1,000 like my second day trading my real money. And it gave me a false sense of thinking, okay, $1,300 days, $1,000 days. And, and you should go into it being okay with having $200-300 days. Because if you think about it, a $200-300 day every day is good. You know what I mean? So I went into it, I guess you could say, a little greedy, and I lost money like that. But I learned from my mistakes. So I feel like I've already went through like my losing season. Not to say I won't lose, but now I know how to control what I lose and don't lose, if that makes sense. So it teaches you a lot. But you can literally use what's called prop firms, Jasmine. So look up prop firms. I would say look that up. That's a lot of people use them for trading. That's how you use somebody else's money to trade. And that's what people don't understand. So if a prop firm is, if you use ChatGPT and just take the terms I'm giving you, you'll learn a lot. So prop firms is just basically like institutions that give you their money to leverage, but there's a catch. You have to pass like the evaluations, which you're still not using your money. You know what I mean? So you pay for the account depending on how much money you want to trade with. So for example, say you want a $50,000 account, you would pay $50 for most of them. You know what I mean? You pay $50 to that prop firm, you get $50,000, but you have to pass certain criteria before you move into the phase where you actually able to win the money. Does that make sense? So at the end of the day, you only risking $50. If you blow the account, you lose the account, but you can continue to start over. But it teaches you discipline. It teaches you. So that way you're not, once you do pass it, it's another step where there's more criteria. But at the end of the day, if you make it to that point where you can get a payout, or if you don't get a payout, you're not losing thousands and thousands of dollars. You losing like $50 because you blew the account. And if you want to start over, you have to pay it again and start over. But you learn from the mistakes. So a lot of people use those. A lot of people trade with prop firms. Y'all don't even realize it. Like when y'all see people winning money, they're winning real money, but they're using somebody else's money that's at risk. But the thing is, if you blow the account and lose too much of their money, you out. Hopefully I'm making sense, y'all. The best way I can. Me, I never did a prop firm, y'all. Don't ask me why, because I'll be like, girl, you is not rich. I never did a prop firm. I went straight to, like when I went for paper trading, I went straight to a live funded account with my money. I funded it with $3,500. Money I made from digital products. That's what I'll be telling y'all. Digital marketing savings. I literally took $3,500 of my own personal money and put it into a live account, which you can do if you got the money. But if most people don't have that kind of money to trade, and I traded like that, and I still haven't did a prop firm. I still can. A lot of people do both. They trade their money and the prop firm, depending on how they feel that day, how confident they are in the setup. They'll do their own money, and if they kind of not confident, they'll use the prop firm that day. I still ain't did a prop firm. Alicia said, interesting. Yes. Okay, I read that one. Yes, because it sort of goes with what I do for fellas. Okay, got it. So I get that. Yeah, that's why I say it depends on the niche, because you probably won't be able to find a certain type of ebook in certain niches. So yeah, that makes sense, Kendra. But yeah, just try to use ChatGPT to help you. But if you need Fiverr, it's nothing wrong with it. Just look at the ratings for the person you choose. But it's legit. People use it. Hello, Muhammad. Thank you. I'm gonna start learning for real. I feel like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Not going in greedy lane would have been me. I'm okay. That was me, girl. I'll be up, girl. I'll be up like $400 and lose it all. Oh, baby, but I have learned. I have learned from my mistakes, because today, y'all, this morning, to be, for an example, I went to the gym. I came home from the gym. I took a shower. I went straight to the charts. And I got in my setup. I trusted the process. I knew what I was doing. Like, that's how people lose money too, because they don't trust themselves, which is me. Like, I jump out of the trade too early because I feel like it's not going to go in my direction when I got in the trade for a specific reason, right? So you got to just trust yourself. But I got in there this morning and it went to like, I won $225 this morning, and I could have got more. I could have won like 500 because it kept going in my direction, but I got out. But do you think I got back in? I was done for the day. Baby, I made 225, we done. Cause if you go back trying to like get more, or like if you lose, a lot of people lose money and then they go back in to try to revenge trade to try to make it back. That was me. If I lost money, I'm like, okay, you forcing a trade at that point. So you have to teach yourself how to just take what you get and go for the day, until you get really, really good at it. Yeah, but that was definitely me. Is that gambling? No, nowhere near gambling. Not at all. So if you Google it and kind of like research it, it's not gambling, because there's strategies behind it. You only losing money because you're not mastering the strategy, and you basically entering and exiting the trade at the wrong time. So the market is taking your money. You know what I mean? But once you learn how to be patient, have discipline, and like get in at the right time, like there's a reason you enter a trade at a certain time and you don't. It's a learning process basically. So it's not gambling. Not at all. I'm sorry, I'm new to what's being discussed. Okay, so we're talking about day trading. It's just another skill that I'm learning. So if you kind of do research on it, it's just day trading, where you're trading like, some people trading crypto, some people trading stocks. So it's the stock market basically. I trade futures, which is a different market. So you could trade options, you could trade futures, you could trade crypto, you could trade stocks. I trade what's called futures. So it's basically like future contracts. And then you could trade like different, what's the word, y'all? I'm new to this, so I don't know the right terminology, but you could trade different things. Like some people trade gold, some people trade silver. I trade NQ, which is like tech companies. You could trade platinum. Like there's all kinds of stuff. You could trade Tesla, Apple. You know what I mean? So depending on what you choose, that's the best way I can explain it, y'all. But I do what's called futures, and futures moves. To me, futures is the most simplest to me, but it's also to me the most, like, futures is that market where you can make your money fast, but you can lose it just as fast, if that makes sense. But it's the simplest to deal with to me. That's just my opinion. I may change later, but yeah, Jasmine. So look up the terms that I give you, like use ChatGPT. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. ChatGPT, baby, held my hand. ChatGPT will even give you some of the strategies that's out there. If you ask it, like, what are some strategies when it comes to, it'll break down the strategies, y'all. ChatGPT, I'm telling you, that's like my little personal assistant. But I literally watch the YouTube, the few people that I watch, follow their content, and use chat if they say something I don't understand. And when you don't know, the best advice I can give you, do not trade your real money until you know what you're doing. You can paper trade as long as you want to. Once you start winning on paper trading, and you know why you getting in the trade and why you getting out, then start trading real money. Can't be emotional. Exactly. Baby, I was so emotional in the beginning. I'm like, that's like a big no-no. I learned so much, y'all, just from, baby, all I can say is when you trade, just make sure whatever you trading, just be prepared. Like if you don't, basically you do not need that money is the best way I can explain it. Like once you put that money in that account, baby, that's not your money no more. Or you better get with them prop firms so you can lose their money, which is what most people do. They lose their own money, right? They ain't like me. Go lose your real money, baby. I lost my real money. But you know what? It made me stronger. The fact that I lost my real money made me level up real quick, right? Indices, yes. So that's what I do, indices, right? Look, I'm trying to get the terms right. Exactly. But I love futures, and all I really trade is the NA. I trade NQ. That's pretty much it. I look at gold too, but I mainly trade NQ. Like when you start trying to trade multiple things and watch multiple charts, that's when you can start messing up. But mainly I do NQ and I do the New York session, which is opening, when the market opens. But you can trade at night. Like a lot of people think because they work a 9 to 5, they can't trade. You can trade at nighttime. You could trade, the market is open all the time. You could trade at night. I could be trading right now if I wanted to. It's just, it doesn't move as much as it does in the morning. Have you had to reload money yet? So y'all, I put I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all all my business. I put $3,500 in there when I first went from paper to live, right? The very first day that I traded live, I'll never forget, it was on a Friday. I lost like $100 because the thing said, it spoke out loud. And if you trade, if the people in here who know what I'm talking about, when you trading paper, it does not speak and say order filled. So when I got in the trade, I had never heard it say that. My computer was like order filled, but I thought it said order failed, my dumb ass. And I exited my trade because I was like, oh shit. So I exited the trade, but it didn't say order failed. It said order filled. So I exited in the negative and I lost $100 when I could have just stayed in and I would have won. So anyways, so I could not wait until Monday because it's closed on Saturday and Sunday. What I trade is closed on the weekend. So I was itching to get back on there Monday because I'm like, baby, I'm gonna make my money back. Already messing up, trying to revenge trade. But I made $1,300 when I came back and I knew what I was doing. I made $1,300. I made a video about that. So now I got this false expectation like I'm supposed to be making $1,000 every time I trade. And it went downhill from there. I made $1,300. I took out $1,000. I took it out because I was up. I was in profit. So I took out $1,000 and then it left me with my original 35 plus 3. I'm still up, right? And then I slowly started losing money because I didn't have no patience. I didn't have no discipline. I was just getting in the trade. I was still new, just doing stuff. And I was trading minis. And if anybody know, like I was trading big contracts, not knowing that I could have been trading micros. So I was risking a lot of my money to make money and I was losing. So yeah, I lost the money. But now I feel like I'm on my profit. I'm in profit now because I don't risk a lot and I do micros instead of minis. So basically I'm making less, but I'm also risking less. As when I first started, y'all, I was risking like 500 plus, sometimes 1,000 to make 1,000. But like, who am I to be risking $1,000? Like I ain't, you know what I mean? So that's how I lost my money so quick. So now like I risk like 300 at tops, and then I may be able to profit like 300 or 500, but my risks are smaller. So it's all about controlling risk management. Put it like that. Black and Wild, you're on NQ? Yeah, I like NQ, but NQ is very bipolar. So yeah. You do crypto and stocks? Do you like that? Crypto and stocks? Congrats on starting. Thank you. I know. I really wish that I would have started like years ago. But if you don't know, you don't know, right? If you don't know, you know. I feel like I'm going to be a millionaire, y'all. Trading is going to make me a millionaire. Put it like that. We're going to come back. We're going to revisit this live. Y'all going to be like, she said that on November 12th, 2025. FX is the best. Is that a broker? Is that a broker? FX? Or is that like a trading chart? I heard of it, but I'm just not sure what it is. What it is. Jasmine laughing. Jasmine, I'm like, I thought I was rich, girl. I'm up there just, I'm risking big money. Like I got some, girl. I use Tradeovate. I use Tradeovate. How many lot sizes? I don't know. Cause the futures contracts are not really lot sizes. It's like contracts. So you do contracts like 1, 2, 3, 4. Cause I do futures, so I don't think they call it lot. No, they don't. So yeah, I use Tradeovate. So I trade with my broker is Tradeovate, and I trade directly on TradingView, which is probably not good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It is a little slight delay in how fast they get me out of the trade. But that's because I'm familiar with TradingView. So I log into my Tradeovate on the TradingView chart because it's integrated, and I trade right there. So I'm able to watch the chart and trade at the same time, which for me works. It's easy for me. So yeah, so I got away from minis for right now until I get better, because minis is big money, the big contracts. And the micros, I think it's like 10. You have to have 10 micros. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. 10 micros make 1 mini, if that makes sense. So why would I trade minis when I can just go to micros and cut it, like do a fraction of it? And if I want to do 1, I just do 10, right? Or I can do 5, which is half. So I usually do like 3 or 4 micros, depending on the trade. If my risk is small, I'll do more. You know what I mean? So it depends on the trade and where I get in at. Paper trade for free for however long it takes to be a master. Exactly. Paper trade for free. I'm telling y'all, paper trade, until you get it down, until you confident, until you know exactly what you're doing. You know why you getting in, why you getting out. You back testing. Like when you learn all that, then go use your money or get a prop firm. You can get a prop firm, but why waste your $50 too if you don't really know yet, right? So paper trade first. If you don't have the capital to use your own money, sign up with a prop firm and use their money to trade. That's all you got to do to learn. Don't try to do multiple strategies, y'all, because what I've learned is there's no right or wrong strategy. It's just a matter of which one you want to use, right? But when you're trying to do all of them, that's when you mess it up. You just had a birthday, didn't you? No, it's coming on the 20th. What's today? 8 days. Y'all, that's crazy. 8 days? 8 days. So it's on the November 20th. Losses are never... Exactly. That's why I'm glad I went through that, because every time I watch videos from like people who've been doing this a while, they say that like you got to go through the losses to get to the profit. So baby, I went through some. I know I got more to go, but now I know how to control the losses instead of just losing a lot of money at one time. Right. You trade? No, I trade futures. Nah, but I can't get with options. Options got too much going on. All that little extra, I have no clue what's going on with options. I be looking like, huh? And then the theta and the gamma and all that, I ain't got, time. They be talking about time decay. You might not make the money. Nope. With futures, baby, I'm a scalper. I get in, I get out. I'm not supposed to be in no trade for no 30 minutes. It ain't happening. Like, I like to get in there and get out. So I definitely do futures. I use TradingView. Yeah, I use TradingView too. Master One strategy is my way too, right? Because I've learned multiple strategies. So I like supply and demand. I usually use supply and demand, y'all. But I do use the orb too. Like if it works in my favor when it opens, I'll do it. If it don't, I wait for my supply and demand setup. That's it. I'm not doing no other strategy. Nothing else. Where do we do paper trade? TradingView, Alicia. So sign up for a TradingView account. Look that up, sign that up, and then you just sign up for a paper trading account where you can get like a certain amount of money, like fake money, but you're going to be trading like the real market so you can know when you winning and losing. It's just not going to be real money, if that makes sense. Okay, I knew it was. So yeah, it's 8 days on the 20th. I put 2% of lot size from broker trading FX. Okay. Okay. So you trade Forex, I think is what you're saying, right? Paper trade on TraderVate. Just need an email and ID info. Right. Exactly. Yep. Just follow the steps. Sign up for TraderView. Get a paper trade. And they're gonna ask you for like your address. You know, because it's you sign it up to trade. So they're gonna ask you for identification and stuff like that. And once you sign up, use paper. So I was gonna do Forex. So that's the thing about Forex. So I had a Forex account. So this is what happened, y'all. So I was gonna do Forex simply because I don't even know why, honestly, y'all. So I was gonna do Forex and I was gonna do MetaTrader 4, but they ended, right? And I'm like, baby, I ain't fit to go through all this trying to find a work. They ended. Like I was trading that because years ago I was in this Forex little club group before I even knew what trading was. Still never really figured out what it was, but I was in this Forex things with my cousin, and I knew I had money in there. I had like $66 left in that Forex account. So I was just going to go back to Forex and like really truly learn how to trade on my own. And right when I was going to do that, they said MetaTrader 4 was no longer a thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to try to find another broker. It's back. I think it's like MetaTrader 5 now or something, right? So I did not quit working to trade full-time, but I quit working because of digital products, y'all. So I did quit my job back in March. This was long before I knew about trading. So I learned how to sell digital products online back in 2024 in April. I bought a course, y'all. I learned digital marketing. I learned how to sell digital products. And I literally tripled my income from my job for the whole year. I started in April. I made $10,000 in May of 2024 as a beginner selling a digital product. And I continued to make more than my 9 to 5 for that whole rest of 2024. And then going into 2025, I quit my job in March because I learned the skill, y'all. I learned how to make more money being my own boss. So now I'm trying to master another skill so that I don't just depend on digital products. Now I also learn how to day trade is what I'm doing. But yeah, definitely don't work a 9 to 5 no more, y'all. That was my goal from the beginning. Forex that you quit. Okay, I read that. Meta is back, I hear. I think so. I'm gonna have to look into it. Because I know a lot of people who do foreign exchange. You have to use those offshore unregulated brokers, though. But the only reason I was going to do it is because I had a MetaTrader 4 account already from like 5 years ago. And I logged back in it. Money was still there, the $66. So I was just going to do that. And then I just found out about futures as a beginner. So I heard about options. I heard about futures. I used ChatGPT. I was going to try options. I got on there. It was just too much going on. And then I saw people on TikTok saying, go to futures. Y'all, this is literally how I learned. So I was like, let me check out futures. So I went to futures. And then I learned about NQ, gold. I look at gold. I look at NQ, and sometimes I look at ES, but I mainly trade NQ. And so far, that's working for me. So I just stuck to that one. Yes, that's the main thing I do on here, Jean, is help people get started with digital products. That's usually what I talk about on here. And teach people and tell people what course they can start with. Or I also have a digital product bundle that I market on here. But I just hopped on here tonight and I was just like, we can talk about whatever. But yeah, that's mainly what I talk about, digital products. So I started with a course called UBC, Ultimate Branding Course, y'all. It is a $499 course. It's well worth it, but if you don't want to start like that with like a big course, I get it. If you don't want to make that kind of investment, I have a digital marketing blueprint bundle in my bio as well. That's only $57. It's basically like 7 ebooks, but it's teaching you the same thing the course would teach you, just in a more condensed version. So hopefully that makes sense. Teaching you about digital marketing, what it is, if you want to be faceless and do it, how to be faceless, and it's basically 7 different ebooks. The reason it's 7 different ones is because you can also resell those ebooks if you want to. So of course, when you get into digital marketing and selling digital products, the way that you make money is by having a product, right? So not only can you learn what you need to learn, you can also resell the ebooks that I give you. So they have resale rights. So 2 different ways you can start. But I started with the big course with UBC. I bought it from a complete stranger on Instagram. I had saw people talking about it. I saw people talking about how they had quit their job, how they was making $1,000 a day, $20,000 a month. And I was like, okay. And I watched and I bought the course, y'all. I hesitated for a little bit. But you have to realize, like, sometimes you got to invest in things. And it was the best investment of my life because it led me into not having to work a 9 to 5 no more. I literally made $10,000 the second month after getting that course, y'all. And all I was doing was marketing that same course to beginners, teaching them the same way I was doing it. And I was selling a $500 course just like that. Not saying everybody's going to have that same journey. Some people, it takes them longer. Some people, it takes them shorter. It just depends on how you consume the information and the effort that you put in, y'all. But anybody can sell digital products. Did you quit work? Yep. Why do I keep going back? Let me see. But yep, y'all. So that's 2 different ways. Support and resistance. 1 hour trend. 5-minute chart. Markup high. Okay, let me reread it again. Support and resist. So you're a support and resistance trader, and you do the 1 hour trend, and then you go to the 5-minute chart, mark off the high and lows. Okay. So I do supply and demand. I do trade on the 5-minute and the 1 minute. It just depends. Depends on what I'm doing that day. But I look at the trend. I look at the daily. I look at the 4 hour. I look at the 1 hour. I look at the 30-minute. I go all the way down. I look at all of it. And I just kind of mark different levels just so I know what's going on. I look at the trend, but then I go to the 5-minute and mark up my supply and demand zones. That's one strategy that I use. And then another one that I do, it's only one other one that I just recently learned and it's been working. So I came across somebody's YouTube video on this strategy and I was like, I'm gonna try it. And ever since I've been doing it, it works. It just doesn't present itself all the time. So I mark the high and low of the 5-minute candle at opening. So the 8:30 candle, that 5-minute candle. So I mark the high and low of that candle on the 5-minute chart. And then once that candle closes, this is the strategy I used this morning too, where I would have made 600 had I stayed in the trade. And then I go to the 1 minute immediately after the 5-minute closes. I go to the 1 minute and I can see the high and low of the 5-minute. I wait for a break whenever that happens, whether it's up or down. Once I get a break, let's just say, for example, today it broke to the downside because we were selling. So it broke to the downside. Once I get a break to the downside, I wait for the very next candle. That's why I say it doesn't always present itself. I wait for the very next candle. And if the very next candle creates a FVG, I wait to the end of the candle because I effed up one time because I saw the FVG and jumped in and then there was no FVG. Right? Because it can close, right? So I wait to the end when it's like down to the last few seconds. And if I see that there's going to be a FVG, I get in. I get in. And it worked every single time, y'all. It just doesn't always present itself right away. If it doesn't present itself like right away, I usually don't do it. But that's what I did today. And it's sold every single time. So if that doesn't present itself, then I just sit back and wait on my supply and demand to play out. But that's the only 2 things that I do. And I got that strategy just from coming across somebody on YouTube. What is the worst financial advice you've been given? I haven't really been given any financial advice. Honestly, I ain't been given none. I mean, if I try to think about what I hear in people's videos, I don't know. I would have to think about that. I try to use common sense, y'all. It ain't so common, but I try to use my own common sense. So when I hear outlandish stuff, I be like, yeah. So I'm not sure. But I like that. You said support and resistance, 1 hour trend, 5-minute chart, mark off the high and low. Okay. What is the worst? I read that. I scalp too. Right. I like to scalp. So quick. That trade today, if I would have stayed in it and trusted, like that's another thing. You got to trust this. If you're going to do something, you got to trust it, right? And sometimes I don't always, I trust it, but when y'all know how the market do. The market do this. And when I see that little pullback, I'm like, oh shit, let me get out. And sometimes I just need to hold. And had I held, I would have made like 600-700, but I got out. I had my TP set at a 1-to-1 though, so I got what it did it so quick. Like usually I'll move my TP. Usually I'll move my TP when it's moving in my direction when I do that strategy, and I'll put my stop loss in profit. So no matter what, I'm a win-win, right? And I'll trail it. I'll just keep dragging it. But it went so damn quick. I was like, shit. Well, damn. And I already had my my TP set. So it took me out at the 225, which I was happy with. I was happy for the day. I left. But then when I measured it out where it actually went down to, I would have made way more. But it happened so quick. I was like, shit. So I didn't get the full profits that I could have got. But I'm learning discipline because the old me would have got back in the trade or tried to find something else. And I immediately said to myself, I'm done for the day. And I got off. I got off this morning, which is crazy because most people don't do that. FX traders typically trade futures, gold, similar. Right. Yes, you're right. Because there's another guy that I look at on TikTok. I can't think of his name. He trades Forex gold, and he had a Discord too. And a lot of people were asking him in his chat, can they be in his mentor or his Discord and do the same thing for futures? And he said, yes, it's the same strategies like they were using. Some people in there trading Forex, some people trading futures, but same strategy. So yeah, fair value gap. Yes, FVG is what I did. So I still can't find the video of the guy. I know it was a guy that I heard say it on YouTube. I probably can go scroll back because you know how YouTube keeps a history of all the videos you watch. But I think it was meant for me to see his video, but that's where I got that from. And every time I do it, it works, y'all. It just doesn't always happen right away, but every time I do it, it works. I only like to do it if it happens right away. Like not right away, but like after that 5-minute high and low, I wait. And if that candle break out, the next candle, whatever candle breaks out first, and the very next candle is a FVG, I do it every single time. But sometimes it's not a FVG right away. And so he said, if it's not, then you got to wait for the retest. If I got to do all that, I don't do it. So I go for it. Like if it do it right away, I do the strategy, and it works every single time. Are you wealthy or rich? What do you mean? I want to be wealthy. I mean, wealthy is the way to be. You got trolls in here or those. Jasmine, I don't know. Look, Jasmine be on it. Jasmine, let me find out to make you a moderator. Oh Lord, you know me. I go. I can't even think straight laughing at Jasmine. I go after 30 to 40 pips. Okay, but sometimes you might make the same amount on smaller candles with bigger lot. Right, exactly. Exactly. It works the same with futures. It's the same concept. Pips is with the Forex. So with futures is points or ticks, right? But it's the same concept. So if you go bigger, then you don't need much movement. If you go smaller, then to make the money, you need more movement. So depending on how confident I am in the trade is going to determine how I enter, right? So it's the same concept. I love my FVG indicator. You do? So I hear a lot of negative stuff about FVGs though. They be like, no, and I'm like, look, baby, that one little FVG strategy I do at opening range work every single time. But I don't know much about fair value gaps. I know what they are. I know how to identify them. I just don't know how to use them to my advantage. Besides that one little strategy I told you about. Yeah. But yeah, I know a lot of people who talk about FVGs. How long did it take you to learn all this? Girl, you know me, Jasmine. No, let me stop. I learned quick. Y'all know me. I learned quick because once I put my mind to something that I want to learn, I started like I hear people because like once you get into this, you know how TikTok and all these TikTok especially. Once you start looking at stuff, all these videos gonna keep coming up. So all I get on my feed now is people who trade, right? Because I talk about trading now. And I hear them say certain stuff. And when I hear shit that I don't know what it is, I'm like, let me get on chat. Let me get my phone, get ChatGPT out. So I go to chat and I'm just like, okay, that's what that is. And I'm like, so that's how I learned it, honestly. I know what pips are. I know that when somebody using pips, they talking about Forex. If they talking about ticks or points, they talking about futures. But literally, girl, just YouTube, TikTok, and when you hear stuff, write it down. And then go to ChatGPT. First, find you somebody who got a basic video. I'll try to see who is the best person that I've used that has like a basic video. Because there is basics that you need to know first before you even need to worry about any of that. Like how the candles move and like what they mean and that kind of stuff. So go on YouTube and just look up day trading basics. And I guarantee you get multiple videos that's going to just break down the basics. And you going to gravitate to somebody that you like as far as they teaching style. And that's honestly how you get started. That's what I did, y'all. I didn't pay for nothing at first. I just learned on my own. And then when I came across her trading journal on YouTube, she does supply and demand. I joined her Discord. And honestly, I'm just in there because she live trades like 3-4 times a week, but I don't always take the trade that she say, you know, because she don't give signals. She just tell you, you know, when she in the trade. It's up to you to trust your process. So now I'm just in there, honestly, just to see what she doing and see if I'm picking the same thing. You know I'd be ready. Yes, girl, look it up. I'm telling you, look it up. And the fact that prop firms exist, y'all, you don't even got to trade your own capital is even better. I'm trying to remember, like, what made me... I don't really remember what made me gravitate to day trading, though. That's what I'm trying to think of. Like, what made me even... Because I only been trading, like, a little over 2 months. I think I started in, like, September. But it had to be something that triggered me to make me go to day trade. I just don't know what it was. I don't know if I saw a video or what happened, but once I see something and I'm like, okay, let me figure out what this is. That's exactly what I did. Let me figure out what's going on here. I probably saw somebody on the video showing they live trade where they making thousands of dollars. I'm like, yeah, let me figure this out. That's probably what happened. Let me figure this shit out. You subscribe to her too? Yeah. She uses supply and demand. What strategy do you use? I use supply and demand mainly. Every now and then I do like a orb strategy, but supply and demand, y'all. Right. It probably was a money video, and I'm like, well, let me figure this shit out. And I already knew about day trading. I just didn't know a lot. You know what I mean? I knew that it existed. It just never dawned on me. Like, I didn't know about the prop firms, you know? I always thought you needed a lot of money, right? That was one of the misconceptions I had. Like, you needed thousands of dollars. I mean, sometimes you do, but if you don't have it, use a prop firm. Like, if you're really serious about it, use a prop firm. And honestly, you don't even need thousands of dollars to trade futures. I even thought that. Like, if you trade micros, babe, my account was down to $300 one time. I was trading micros. I ain't lying. My account, I had $300 in my futures account. And you know what I did? I took my ass to micros and built it right back up. You gonna have to trade small, but okay. Like, I didn't even know you could do that. And nobody don't tell you that. Like, you can. You just gotta know that you gonna make maybe $100. It's not gonna let you risk or leverage a lot, but at least you trading, right? Exactly. You don't, Alicia. That's what I thought all this time. Like, you really don't. But you just gotta know, like, if you don't have a lot of capital, then you don't expect to make no whole lot of money, right? Because you're not gonna even be able to risk a certain amount based on what you have in your account, but you still can trade. Or you can get a prop firm where you have 50K accounts, 100K accounts, and you trade in somebody else's capital. It's really not hard. You just need the knowledge. Right, exactly. You just need the knowledge. And then I get it. Sometimes you don't know what you're looking for. That's why I say you have to Google or search like trading. You know what I mean? You know that you want to trade. So just search basics on day trading or how to start trading, different types of market. You know, you got to know what to look for. And then once you know what to look for, that's how you start learning. And you got to be serious about it. The reason why I'm so serious, I'm obsessed with trading, y'all. The reason why I'm obsessed with it is because it's one of the very few ways that you can make money and don't have to deal with nobody. Baby, I can get up in the morning, get on the computer, and make my little money and go on by my business. I ain't got to post one piece of content if I don't want to. I don't got to post shit on the internet if I don't want to, because this is not no content creator stuff. This is, I day traded and I'm done, right? So that's why I'm obsessed about it. Like, not saying I don't like being a content creator, y'all. I like posting content on YouTube, but I don't like being forced to post it. You know what I mean? And to make money. And with day trading, y'all, it's got nothing to do with that. The people who get it, get it. It's got nothing to do with that and everything to do with your strategy and your skill. I don't, if you want to make an ebook out of it and come sell an ebook on trading, that's you. But you can make your money day trading and not have to sell anything. And then plus it's another skill, right? I mean, in today's economy, who don't want to have multiple skills? Because working a 9 to 5 only and just that is a big no-no, especially right now. Especially right now. I use supply and demand or FVG and soon EMA. So I got an EMA on my screen. Don't know what it's there. It's just on there. It's got one little line going through. I don't use none of that, but I know what that is too. I got one on there that's on. So I even came across this one guy. So this, if you don't know how to control your mind and not like soak up all these different strategies, it's gonna mess you up. But I know how to like hear them, try them, and know if it's for me or not, and not get caught up in trying to do. If you in a trade or you looking at the charts that day and you trying to think of multiple strategies, that's not gonna work. You need to know what you're gonna do. But I know how to take these strategies in and control like what I'm doing that day, if that makes sense. So there's another one that I came across where they use Hakanashi. Y'all, I'm about to mess that up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hakanashi candles. I think I said it right. I don't know. But they use those candles, and it's a scalping method too, where you use an EMA. I think it's the 100 EMA. And you go on the Hakanashi and you do it on the 1 minute. And it's a quick scalp strategy. I even tried that at one point. Like if the candles are above the 100, then you're looking for buys, and if it's below, you're looking for sales. But then there's other stuff that goes into it too. So I even got that strategy that I tried. I tried to back test it, but when I back tested it, it wasn't giving what I needed it to give, so I didn't do it. And I probably didn't back test it right, but I tried. Do we need to bring Ligma to this? I don't know what that is. Paper trade, paper trade. Right. That's all you can say. Paper trade. Exactly. Don't go live until you master it. That is a fact. That's probably the best advice. I started with 8 cents. 8 cents. I was just getting a feel for the real market. 8 cents per pop. Really? Was that on what? 8 cents doing what though? On what market? Right, Alicia. Day trading is dumb and doesn't work. Buy and hold. I mean, everybody got their own strategies. Some people hold trades, some people don't. The single EMA is the 14 EMA. Add the 50 MA and use the crosses. Yeah. I used to have 2 on there that used to cross, but I deleted them. I don't know what they were though. One was blue, one was red, and they used to cross. So I did used to have that on there. But my chart, like when I first started as a beginner, I had so much going on. Like, you know how when you're a beginner and you're trying to get all these different indicators, and my chart looked at a mess, and it was driving me crazy. I deleted all that. I got all that shit off my thing so quick. So I don't remember what that was, but I did have some kind of EMA crossover on there at one point. I had that on there in the beginning. But now my chart is plain. Like I only got one thing on there, and it's the 100 EMA going across, I think, and that's it. I don't have nothing else. Yeah. That's definitely what I'm about to do. Paper trading. This about to be my new best. I can see me falling asleep on these videos tonight. Yes, girl. Sign up for TradingView first and get you a paper trading account. Yes, I'm telling you. And baby, once you start trading and start making money, baby, I'll be looking at the charts all the time. Just looking. Keep charter clutter down. It's smart. Right. Yeah, my chart got crazy and I was like, I can't have this. So I went on there, I got my chart how I want it. I changed my candle colors. I know in my mind when I use a trend line or use like a little box, I know what it's for. I know my color codes like in my head. Like I know when I mark up I mark up my chart in the morning based on my levels and what I want to see. But all them different indicators on the chart, I couldn't, it was too much going on. I had to do something with that. Yep, I took that off. But yep, and the good thing about it, y'all, you can trade on your phone, you can trade on an iPad, you can trade on a computer. It does not matter. You can trade on all, I mean, of course, on the phone, you can't see good, but I know people who trade on their phone. I don't. I trade on my iPad or my computer. One of the two. Alicia says she gonna be up with you. Wait, in Black Friday sale on TradingView. Oh, they having a Black Friday sale? Okay, TradingView. I want to trade the 15-second. Do anybody here trade the 15-second? I want to trade the 15. There's a girl that I watch on YouTube. Look at me, another YouTuber. She trade the 15-second and she be profiting all the time. And I'm like, why TradingView got to make the 15-second cost more money? I can't get access to the 15-second because it's way more money. And I'm like, the fuck? It's like the premium or something, TradingView. And I'm like, do I want to pay that amount of money to get access to the 15-second? But I'm just curious to know like how that works. But that's all she does is trade the 15-second. Quick trades. The Galaxy phone. Oh yeah, because that's that big phone that open up like this. So it's kind of big versus just being like this. VWAP. Now that's something I don't know what that is. I hear people say that when I be in their lives. Y'all, I get in random people's lives all the time. Like if I'm scrolling on TikTok and people on live trading or talking about trading, I stop. I be listening. That's how I learn a lot. I be listening in the background. So I hear them saying VWAP. And that's one thing I never Googled. That's one thing I never looked up what that was. I seen that video on the 15-second she make it that. Yes, you know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to think of her name. And she got a Discord too. Her shit high as hell. I'm like, baby, I ain't, Her Discord cost some money because I went on there and tried to sign up. I'm on her free side. So she got a free version. And then if you want to get like in there where she showing you why she getting in and why she getting out, that costs. So I haven't got in there yet. But I look at her trades. She document them on live. And I'm like, damn, what does she know that I don't know? And she trade 15-second. So I went on TradingView and I was trying to go to the 15-second and it said, baby, you got to upgrade. I was like, upgrade? Like, I forgot it was like $60. I'm like, oh, why? TradingView. Because I was going to try to do it myself. I was like, okay, I don't need her Discord. I'm going to figure this shit out. So I'm thinking I'm going to go get this 15 seconds on TradingView. And I'm like, well, damn. I mean, I could still sign up for the 15-second chart and then try it myself. But I feel like if I get the 15-second chart, then I need to be in her Discord too so I can know how she using it. And I just ain't trying to pay all that money. So we gonna wait. We gonna wait. Yes, I can't think of her name, but I subscribe to her YouTube channel too. But yeah, she be making a killing. She be making 2,000, 4,000, 3,000. No, 15 second. I'm trying to think of her name. It's like Lakira or something like that. Lakira. Yeah, she got a girls, she has a girls Discord. I'm trying to find her video. It's like when you need to find something, it don't come up. There it is. Yep, it's Lakira. Lakira. And she always doing it on live. She just don't show you why she got in there and why she got out. Right, yeah, but that's why I say it all works. You just got to figure it out and get in there. That's why I say when people be saying they selling today and some people buying, it depends on your strategy. Some people gonna sell, some people gonna buy. And both gonna make money depending on the strategy they're using. I'm gonna set up a men's only Discord. You salty. I think her Discord called girls something or something like that. I wonder if she let men in there or not. I think it's truly just girls. Her Discord expensive though, because I clicked on it. I was like, what? I'm on the free side. I'm in the little chat. I can see the chat, but I can't see nothing else. I can't see nothing else going on. Nothing. I'm pretty sure there are men's only Discords, you think? I never see men's only Discords though, only women. That's because men be tripping. Y'all be tripping on us women trying to trade. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all. She said we like women. Yeah, that's why I say some of them, not all of them. Some of them. But yep, y'all. So if anybody wants to learn how to trade, my best advice would be to get on YouTube University. Look it up. Even TikTok. They got some good videos over there too. Find videos you like from people. Don't try to use everybody's strategy, and try to master like one strategy on paper trading. And then once you figure out what you're doing, you learn all the terminology, the charts, you have everything set up. Then go live either with your own capital or with a prop firm where you're using somebody else's money. That's what I did, y'all. Only thing, I've just never tried a prop firm before. I keep saying I'm going to sign up for one just so I can have one too, but I haven't did it yet. I'm happy to see others starting to trade. There's a reason so many are doing it. Right. I see it all the time, but then I didn't want to say that because you know how when you're not looking at something or into something, that doesn't mean it didn't exist, right? Only reason I see a lot of trading now is because I trade. You know, so a lot of the times that's what it is, but I see a lot of new people starting. Yeah, because people trying to make money. People not trying to be assed out when you can literally get up in the morning and get on a chart and make $1,000. You know what I mean? If you got the right capital, make $500. Some of the platforms shady, so be careful. That's what I hear. I don't know because I ain't signed up for none. I hear that Top Step is good. That's the one that I was going to sign up for if I was going to sign up. But then again, I don't know. So I just was going to sign up because that was the one that got the most positive reviews. Right, yep, everybody can do it now, so why not? Exactly. Why wouldn't you try? Why would you not try? Like, if you're able to try, why not? Unless you just happy with whatever you got going on in life, why not? I wish I would have learned this sooner, honestly. There's a lot of people that I see that quit their jobs, like once they became like profitable, quit their jobs from day trading. I use Apex. See, I heard something negative about Apex today. Oh my God, dog. Apex, I heard about Top Trader trade. I've never heard of Trading Day. Somebody said something. As a matter of fact, I heard something about Apex today from the girl I was just talking about, Lakira. She used to use Apex. She said she was no longer going to use them because they tried to say something about a scam when she went for a payout. And she was like, bullshit. So that's where I heard it from today, actually. So I don't know what that was all about. When she tried to get a payout. But I don't know, y'all. Everybody gonna have a different experience. You just gotta try for yourself. At the end of the day, you're paying $50 to get a $50,000 account or $100 to get a $100,000 account. Sometimes even less. I mean, you just gotta try it. They have strict rules to follow. Right. That's why I say we don't know the whole story. We don't know what happened, what caused them to say that. It could have been one thing that was missed that made it look like that. So I don't know. I've never used one, so I don't like to talk about none of them because I don't have any experience with any of them. So, because I traded my real money and lost it and made it back. I traded my real money because I didn't want to wait for no payout. Baby, when I make my money, I want my money. I'm taking my shit out. That was the reason why I traded. When I make a certain amount, I want to be able to take it out when I feel like it. But I think I'm still going to sign up for a prop firm just so I can have one on the back burner. Yeah, I think I am. Top trader same day payout. Okay, that's good. Yeah, but that was my logic on why I did it. I was like, yeah, I did my research all the way down to the T. I'm talking about I used ChatGPT all the way down to how I needed to fund this account. I was like, if I fund my account with Tradeovate, and I literally was asking ChatGPT stuff like this, and I make certain X amount of dollars, how soon can I get it out? That's exactly what I was saying. Chat was like, if you fund your Tradeovate account using ACH, you will have a 60-day hold with Tradeovate. Yeah, that's how I learned. So I could have funded my Tradeovate account using like the transfer, like the ACH transfer, where it take like 1 to 3 days. And if I would have funded my account today and won 2,000 tomorrow, I wouldn't have been able to take nothing out for 60 days because I funded my account with an ACH transfer. It would have been a 60-day hold. So thanks to my handy dandy assistant Chat said if you do a wire to your Tradeovate account, you can take your money out immediately. So guess what I did? I wired my money into Tradeovate. And I'm not lying to y'all. I wired my money into Tradeovate. It was there the same day, depending on how early you do it in the day. I won that 1,300. I wish it was 13,000, but I won that 1,300, and I took that 1,000 out the same day, only because I did a wire when I funded it. Had I did an ACH, I would have had to wait. So I'm telling y'all, ChatGPT be coming in handy, be knowing everything. And a lot of people don't know that. So if you fund your own personal account, you still got a hold depending on how you put the money in there. Yeah, depending on your bank too, Black. So I think my bank was 4 too, but some banks got a different cutoff time. I looked all that up. I was like, what's the cutoff time when I put this money in there? Is it gonna be there on time? They was like, of course they give you their little clause where it could be held up, but they tell you like it could be 1 business day. But yeah, I literally whenever I fund my account, it's there the same day. I fund it. Tradeovate do what they need to do. It's in there the same day. And if I win that day, as long as if I decide to withdraw, now I'm not withdrawing every day, but like if I want to withdraw, I know I need to request my withdrawal by a certain time, and my money be in my bank account the same day. So that's why I like Tradeovate. Yep, Eastern, right. I'm Central, so I always have to convert that 1 hour back. Yeah, because I'm Central time. So yeah, that's another thing. So if you do fund your own personal account and you want quicker payouts, you need to wire the funds and not transfer them. Right. Okay, you Central time too? Yeah, so we always gotta convert because everybody wanna talk in Eastern time like we don't exist. You know? Even the chart, everything Eastern. I had to tell ChatGPT, look, damn it, I'm Central time. When I ask you questions, I need you to put it in Central time, not Eastern time, because you got me an hour, you know what I mean, off. You got me an hour off messing with you. So now ChatGPT know, like when I ask questions, it put everything in Central time. It's funny. I remember when I first started and I was trying to mark up the London high and the London low, and it kept giving me East. I'm like, I am Central time. What is the Central time for the London session? So now it automatically gives me Central time and everything. That's funny. That's why I be on the chart at 8:30. 8 o'clock, really. I be on there before the open. And people be like 9:30. I'm like, yeah, that's Eastern. I'm Central. But yeah, I be on there at 8, really. It don't open till 8:30, but I like to get on there early so I can see what's happening. I travel a lot, so I'm always checking my location. Oh, yeah. Going to different time zones. 30-minute pre-chart. Right. I'm definitely on there early. Sometimes before that, I'm about to look at that chart, figure out what's going on, and I'm ready. When the 8:30 come up, like today worked out good for me because I did that FVG strategy. I waited for that 5-minute counter to close, marked it up, went to the 1 minute, and just waited for the break. That very next counter after the break was a FVG. I waited to the end on the countdown. I got in. Only thing I didn't do right, I didn't trust the whole process. I got out too soon. Well, I really didn't get out too soon. It knocked me out because I already had my TP set. I didn't get to drag it quick enough. And it like went quick. And guess what? That's what I do every morning. That's the first strategy I look at. I do the 5-minute and then I go to the 1 minute and I wait. And if that strategy works for me, I'm done. If it don't happen, then I wait on my supply and demand. That's my strategy every day. I wait on my supply or demand setup, and that's it. I was red today on one of my accounts, green on my other ones. Okay. You must did different trades. Thank you, Latif Muhammad. Yeah, you must did different trades. Yeah, but I just my main thing now is trusting myself now. Like I got the discipline down, the patience down. There's even days I don't trade. Like if I don't see nothing, I don't trade. I'm done. Like I just don't even trade. So I got all of that down. Now I'm trying to work on like when I'm actually in the trade. I think I need to walk away. Because when I'm in that trade and that thing start going backwards, I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and take my money. But I need to walk away and just wait. It's either TP or stop loss, one or the other. And I be panicking, and I gotta quit panicking. I gotta quit panicking. That's it. But the reason why I like to watch it is because I like to move my stop loss. While the trade going, I move it into profit. And if I see it keep going, I keep moving my TP. Like I move it as is going. So that's why I like to watch the trade. But I think I just need to set it and then just go on about my business, because when I don't do that, I end up cutting myself short every time. Every time. I hear Willie now sometimes telling me to walk away. I need to just get up. I need to just put the trade and go. Sometimes you have to let your stop loss breathe. Right, exactly. That's the thing. And I gotta that's what happened to me when I paper traded. I paper traded today too. And I'm glad it was a paper trade because I got wicked out. It wicked me out barely. I'm like, damn, if I'd have just moved the damn stop loss that much, I'd have been okay. It wicked me out and did exactly what I knew it was gonna do. I'm like, now what if that was my real money? I'd have lost it over a little bit because I didn't have enough space and it wicked me. And it just, I'm like, they know exactly what they be doing when they do them damn wicks. Just knocking people out the trade. But that's a learning. I learned just from looking at that when I did it on paper. I'm like, damn, I just needed to move it a little bit more. But yeah, I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. But y'all, I am about to get off of here. If nobody has any other questions for me, I got to get up early for the gym at 4:30, y'all. And I am not a morning person at all. At all. A spread will knock input too. And see, I got to learn about all that because I don't know, y'all. I don't be knowing. Alicia laughing. Y'all, I don't be knowing about none of it. Some of the stuff I still don't understand. Like when they be talking about liquidity and all, I'm like, what? I'm like, look, now, supply and demand, this is where my stop loss going to be. But I've been realizing, like, it'll go slightly below that just to wick you out. And I'm like, that's cold. That's cold-blooded right there. But, yeah, that's just another thing I got to learn. Yep. But Alicia and Jasmine, y'all need to get to learning, get to YouTube University. And if y'all got any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Reach out to me. He said, me too, right. Yep, I gotta move it a little bit because I've been noticing it do that a lot. And all you have to do is just move it a tad bit and you'd have been in a trade still. Yep. Thank you for being here, Black. Y'all, I'm about to go. Any last minute questions for me? Anybody? If anybody is interested in digital marketing though, digital products, y'all, if you go to my bio and go to my stand store, I have all my digital products up there listed. Like I said, UBC is how I learned about digital products, but I also have my digital marketing blueprint bundle, which is on sale, y'all, for only $57, teaching you all about digital marketing. If that's something you want to do and learn how to make money online. I open my TP all the way up because sometimes you have stressed candles. See, I gotta learn how to do all that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like this morning, I wish that I would have just pulled my TP down further. And when it did that quick move, I would have got all that. But I didn't have it there. And when it did it, it closed me out. And I was like, shit. But I'm happy, y'all. It was a positive day. So I still won money. But yeah, I learn something new every day when it comes to trading. Every day. Alicia said, you know I am. Yep, just ask me. But y'all, I'm about to go. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to be crying in the morning when that clock go off. Trying to make an excuse, and I can't make no excuses, y'all. I got to go. I got to. I got to. What is that? Is that buy? I can't believe it's 10 o'clock already. Almost 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to start making small videos on trading. Like, not live trading, because I'm not doing that on videos. Like, live trading. But, like, small videos about the little things that I learned. Because other people can learn from it. Indicators. Okay. Indicators. Yes, you too. I'm trying. I'm hanging in there. I told y'all day trading gonna make me a millionaire. I'm speaking it into existence. Between day trading and digital products, it's gonna make me a millionaire. I can see it. A lot of people quit at day trading. Like once they lose money, they done. They quit. And look, that was about to be me. And then I had to tell myself, you gonna quit or you gonna keep going? Like you gonna quit because you lost some money? No, I ain't quitting. And I stayed. I was like, I'm not quitting, because that's what separates the weak from the strong anyway, is people who quit and then people who stick it out through the hard times. Yep. But y'all, I'm finna go, because if I don't, I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna try to go live again tomorrow, maybe. Don't hold me to it, because y'all know me. But I may go live again tomorrow around this same time, like in the evening. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, but like tomorrow evening sometime. But thank y'all for joining. Good night, everybody. Bye.